Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Compliance Corner with John Hanson. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, and I am here with my good friend, John. John, how are you doing today?
Great. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, seems like we need a refresher course in Stay Home, Stay Healthy. And our topic for today is Stay Home, Stay Healthy. You are bending the rules, stop it. Because we're seeing a lot of rules bended right now. Now, John, you had an interesting thing happen with a client. Can you kind of walk us through? And it was rather tragic. So can you walk us through this?
Yeah. So the weekend before last, one of our agents who has a listing in the area was wanting to go over with me the situation because the buyers for that listing, the entire family, had just tested positive for the coronavirus. And so they were being hospitalized and they were supposed to have closed. And so we were trying to figure out, brainstorm, how we were going to handle this. And then during the week, that was being communicated between agents for brokerages on what was going on and staying what was happening. And then yesterday, Monday, I was notified in the morning by that agent that the buyer husband slash father had just died.
Oh
And
my
so
goodness.
it was a real punch to the gut. And I just was sick to think about that. But my immediate response was to think of how we are all starting to just, this is human nature, right? We start to take this for granted and take things for granted, not realize how dangerous this thing really is. Think how quickly, from the time of testing verification to the time of death, that happened. And we've got to realize that this is very, very deadly to a lot of people, and we've got to not just keep ourselves safe, but we've got to keep other people safe, because we could be carriers without even knowing it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to talk about, remind everybody of two things. First thing we're going to go through is what the social distancing protocols are for agents. And next, we're going to talk about the rules in the office. So let's go ahead and we can look at the Stay Home, Stay Healthy social distancing for realtors. And I'm just going to read through these and then we can talk about them a little bit. So the first one is any showings are by appointment only. Never more than two people in any home at any time. That is you and only one client, or you and a home inspector, only two people. Never stand closer than 6 feet apart. This means also no closing pictures with your clients with your arms around your client. Not okay, not social distancing. Always wipe down surfaces with disinfectant, wear gloves, cover your mouth if you cough or sneeze, or wear a mask. Never drive in the same car with your clients. Obviously, you can't keep up 6 feet there. In-person open houses are not allowed. Virtual open houses are allowed. And unless you have essential business, stay home. Right, John?
Yes, and to address that very first point, making the appointment, I just wanted to mention that in the last 2 weeks, we have had 2 complaints to the MLS, which under normal circumstances will result in thousands of dollars of fines from the MLS for violating that not making an appointment rule. And so now what's going to happen in terms of those fines, I don't know. One of those was a complaint made by us. One was a complaint made against one of us. And so we just want to make sure that we are always, making appointments in advance before going to access a home. Even if that home is vacant, you need to make an appointment. And that sometimes will be to verify that it's safe to go ahead and show the property.
Mm-hmm.
So please, look at those guidelines and under no circumstances should you be putting your arms around people during this pandemic, for pictures and things like that. That's just so dangerous. Even though it seems safe, we just don't know. This is an invisible enemy.
Absolutely, John. Okay. Now, there is a lot of, I think, it's just not clear for a lot of people that we have very strict office rules as well. And we want to make sure we review those. So here's what they are. Number one is going to be, in order to protect yourself, our staff, and to ensure we do not spread the virus, strict social distancing rules apply in our office. So the first one to understand is, at the office, the only essential personnel are going to be Emily, Eva, Juanita, or Gwen. That's it. So agents are non-essential to the office. So what that means is, first of all, unless it is urgent, and that means urgent, agents are not allowed in the office. And if they come in the office, it's by appointment only. The next, if it is urgent, only very minimal interaction should take place with our essential personnel at the office. No gifts should be given to our amazing essential personnel. We want to give them gifts, but that's not okay. If an agent needs to make copies, make an appointment. Make copies, wipe down surfaces, and do not interact with staff unless it's urgent. Agent offices are off limits. Flyers are not allowed for listing. So if you're making copies for flyers, those are not allowed. And then finally, stay home means just that. Stay home.
Right. And so one of the things, Cole, that I think we need to remind ourselves about is that real estate sales was initially not, and still is not, considered an essential service, but they gradually, as everyone I think is aware, loosened up some of those activities we can do, right? And some of those activities we know are, if we can't do a virtual showing, then we can go ahead and do a showing following those protocols, as an example. And gradually a couple of activities have been loosened up for us. None of those activities that are allowed include the office. And I just want to make that, really clear to everyone, that we don't want to be putting our staff, Emily, Eva, Gwen, who have been, putting themselves right on the line for us. We don't want to put them in any danger, and we don't want to be carrying something into the office we don't know about.
Absolutely. So we love Emily, we love Eva, we love Juanita, we love Gwen. Love them by not hanging around with them. That's the biggest thing. Don't go into the office. Don't use that space for anything other than absolutely urgent. And you're going to make appointments with them, and you're going to stay away from them. No leaning on doors just a few feet away and talking with them. No giving them hugs when you walk in the office. It's not okay. We are still under stay home and stay healthy directive that has not been raised. And by the way, there is a chance that the governor may extend this. So this may not go away on May 4th. This may be extended. So we need to stay vigilant, protect ourselves, protect our families, and protect our clients. Okay. All right, John. Well, thank you so much for this update. It is an incredibly important update. We will be sending this out to everybody in an email from John, so you understand very clearly what our office expectations are, and certainly what the stay home, stay healthy order is all about for real estate brokers. All right, have a fantastic day, John, and I will speak with you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.